Now that Moon Knight is over on Disney Plus, there are 6 MCU Disney Plus shows. So today we're going to rank them from worst to best. How's it going, movie watchers? Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to be ranking all 6 of the MCU Disney Plus shows that started with WandaVision and ended with Moon Knight. We got Loki, Falcon, Winter Soldier, What If, Hawkeye along the way. There's been some really great shows. Some of them have just been okay, but overall I really am enjoying what Marvel is doing with their shows on Disney Plus, and I'm very excited for all of the ones that are coming forth. Leave your ranking down below. What is your favorite Disney Plus MCU show, and what is your least favorite one as well? Coming in last place is The Falcon and Winter Soldier. The Falcon and Winter Soldier struggled to find its identity within its show, with so many different storylines fighting for screen time with Carly Morgenthau and John Walker. We had Isaiah Bradley, we had Falcon and Winter Soldier, we had Baron Zemo. There was just so much going on that not many of those storylines felt impactful or important within the series. So many times I found myself disappointed with the storylines that were being developed throughout and the agendas for certain characters. But at its core, I really did like the relationship between Bucky and Sam. We kind of saw a tease of that in Captain America Civil War. And here it's hot and cold at times, but in the end of it all, they do trust each other and they're working alongside each other quite well throughout the season, especially towards the end. There's some pretty fun action. We see that transition from Sam now becoming Captain America. I really like that. But with so many different storylines, it was hard to really latch on to one thing. It's a fun show with some great comedic moments and some fun action, but by the end of it all, it feels very clustered. Coming in 5th place is What If. I actually watched this for the first time last week in preparation for the new Doctor Strange movie. I wasn't too keen on it when it first aired, but after seeing some TV spots, I had to check it out. This works as just a straightforward anthology with some what if questions that are quite interesting, like Captain Carter, or what if Thor was the only brother. There are some ones that really just make you think about some of the Marvel characters, and some feel pretty pointless and they're not really serving a purpose. But when you get closer to the end with Infinity Ultron and his connection to the multiverse, I thought that was pretty fun and how it kind of tied in with everything. The animation looks great. There is some fun stories, but it's a little inconsistent at times in what I expected it to be and some of the storylines throughout. But overall, it posed some really interesting questions, but it was just a fun series overall. Coming in 4th place is Hawkeye. So Hawkeye was a fun series. It took a character I didn't really care much about in the Avengers movies and brought forth a character that I ended up really liking at the end of this all. With Kate Bishop in here, played by Haley Steinfeld, there was some really great development for that relationship, and you start to care a little more for Hawkeye throughout this series. I thought having Kingpin in here, though I really liked, felt truly rushed at the end. Has a great holiday feel to it. Some really great action. We had Florence Pugh return for a little bit. That was awesome within it. It just felt very small compared to like WandaVision or Loki when dealing with the multiverse, or even the Falcon Winter Soldier. It felt very personal to Hawkeye. And we had Maya Lopez in there, Echo, and her connection as well to Kingpin and Hawkeye. The series deals a lot with revenge, and I like that aspect to it. There's some really fun action in here. It really utilizes Hawkeye's ability and how great Kate Bishop is at archery as well. They work well together, and that's easily the highlight of the series. Coming in 3rd place is Moon Knight. The most recent MCU Disney Plus series really surprised me. I thought Oscar Isaac did a fine job playing multiple different characters, with the person having multiple personality disorder. I thought he handled Mark Spector, Steve Grant quite well. Towards the end of the series, when you start to dive a little bit deeper into that, that is where the emotional moments come out. And Oscar Isaac gives a really heartbreaking performance, one of the best performances in the MCU. When you start to learn a little bit more about his past and creating a different personality, it's truly heartbreaking to watch. But everything else feels like an adventure film, almost like Indiana Jones. We have Ethan Hawke here as Arthur Harrow, and his agenda works well within the series. And Khonshu, great visuals for that. I thought the season finale was epic and wrapped up these characters in a fun way, but also teased a little bit, hopefully more in the future. But I was truly invested in the character of Moon Knight, his abilities, the designs for the costumes, how mysterious this character was. But then also on top of that, very interested in the story and the characters of Mark Spector and Steve Grant and Khonshu as well. There was just a lot in here that really captivated me right away and really never let go. It's got some humor throughout. It's willing to explore a lot. The world building it's willing to explore a lot and dive deep into the lore of Moon Knight. And I learned a lot about Moon Knight along the way, while also getting a lot of emotional moments and some action-packed scenes as well. Coming in second place is Loki. Loki really expanded on the multiverse and variants in such a crazy way. Loki is a character that throughout the movies I've learned to really appreciate. I thought he was okay in some of the earlier appearances for him, but as we got more of Loki, I realized how much I really like the character. And we have the variants of Loki and so many different variants and so many crazy sequences. But this is one of the series that I was really honestly looking forward to every single episode. Besides WandaVision, Loki and WandaVision were the only episodes that I was really anticipating the next episode, because each episode felt like it was building up to that next episode, teasing something big when we had the Kang variant at the end of it, played by Jonathan Majors. I was like glued to the screen. I wanted to see who was behind the door, and they did a great job teasing big moments and building the suspense within it. And we learned a lot about Loki, and it's a chance to really break this character down, understand where he's coming from, really dig deep into this character. And I felt like that was a perfect time to have that and really explore that character after seeing him as a villain for so long, but then losing him in Infinity War and then having him come back for his series. It was an appropriate time to just kind of do a character study on him. So I really like that. And Sylvie in here, one of the coolest MCU characters in recent memory. But Loki built that suspense up so well, teased a lot of things, very mysterious. Owen Wilson was great in here. There's a lot to appreciate within here. The visuals are stunning, and the different Loki variants, like the alligator Loki, I was happy with all of that. But coming in first place is WandaVision. WandaVision is the only MCU series that I absolutely love. I really like Loki, but I absolutely loved WandaVision. Like I said, Loki and WandaVision was the only two series that I looked forward to every single week. And WandaVision did a fine job of teasing the next episode, offering something big, a lot of twists and turns, like Agatha Harkness and Quicksilver as well. But it was such a unique experience that Wanda was creating this world in Westview, and she had created these children, and she was living with Vision, the life that she wanted. It's heartbreaking, it's emotional, but how they went about that with that sitcom feel and the nods to television shows like Malcolm in the Middle or I Love Lucy, it's created a unique experience for MCU, something that I've never seen before. And then when you kind of peel back a little bit, you're learning what she is doing and what she is creating and what she wants. And that leads so nicely into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I just have to say that. But Elizabeth Olsen gives such a wild performance in the beginning of it when she's creating the shows. She's really invested in like portraying an early show, like I Love Lucy. But when we start to peel back and we learn a little bit more about her, she handles those emotional moments quite well. Those action scenes are great. That transition to Scarlet Witch and what she wants, and Agatha Harkness, that conflict as well. It's very mysterious. It's fun. It's hilarious. It's just a show that always piqued my interest every single time. But deep down, it's about a show of loss and love and grief and acceptance as well, and just moving forward. And I think they did it in such a very mysterious but also heartbreaking way as well. To start it off with the MCU shows on Disney Plus, it started off with a bang. There's been some really great ones along the way, like Loki and Moon Knight. Some kind of just disappointed me with Falcon Winter Soldier, but overall, I really enjoy most of these shows, and I'm really looking forward to see what they do next with Miss Marvel. But moving forward, I'm excited for everything that comes to Disney Plus from the MCU. So there you guys have it, all 6 of the MCU Disney Plus shows ranked worst to best. What is your favorite one? What is your least favorite one? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.